Opening with the queen's pawn controls the center and usually leads to a more positional development of the pieces. The Indian game begins by controlling the important e4 square with the knight, rather than a pawn. c4 builds a strong center by controlling the important d5 square and creates a square for the knight to come to c3 without blocking the c-pawn. The Benoni defense immediately attacks the d4 pawn and creates squares for the black queen to develop. d5 grabs more space in the center and prevents black from trading the c-pawn for the white center pawn. e6 attacks the d5 pawn and allows the dark squared bishop to develop. nc3 supports the d5 pawn and starts the fight for the e4 square. exd5 creates an imbalanced center and opens up the e-file for black to use in the future. CXD5 recaptures the pawn on d5 and leaves the c4 square open for white pieces to use. d6 defends the e5 square and allows the light squared bishop to develop. nf3 develops the knight toward the center and controls the e5 and d4 squares. g6 prepares to fianchetto the dark squared bishop to g7, where it will sit on the long diagonal. This activates a bishop by developing it off of its starting square. This develops the bishop and gives it scope on the long diagonal. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling kingside tends to be safer because the king is further from the center. This prepares the bishop for development. This develops a bishop off its starting square, getting it into the action. This develops a knight off its starting square, getting it into the action. Castling develops a rook, while also moving the king to safety. Castling to the same side of the board as the opponent tends to lead to less sharp positions as compared with opposite side castling. This develops a queen off its starting square, getting it into the action. It is the last book move. Very precise. It is best. This offers an equal trade of pieces. It is excellent. This is a fair move. It is good. This threatens to kick a bishop. It is good. This is not the right idea. It is an inaccuracy. The game was close to balanced, but now black is worse. It is an inaccuracy. This is the strongest option. It is best. This reveals an attack on a pawn. It is best. This defends the attacked pawn. It is good. This misses an opportunity to develop a bishop off its starting square. It is an inaccuracy. Takes back. It is best. That's a sensible reply. It is excellent. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. It is good. This develops a bishop off its starting square, getting it into the action. It is best. That's fine. It is good. This misses an opportunity to take an outpost with a bishop. It is an inaccuracy. This is a fair move. It is good. This takes an outpost, an active square where the bishop cannot be kicked out by a pawn. This threatens to win material. It is best. The pawn is now adequately defended. It is best. This moves the queen to safety. It is best. This protects the attacked knight. It is best. This misses a better way to connect rooks. It is an inaccuracy. This overlooks an opportunity to offer an equal trade of pieces. This permits the opponent to challenge the opposing rook for the open file. It is a mistake. This misses an opportunity to challenge the opposing rook for the open file. It is an inaccuracy. This is not the best. It is an inaccuracy. This threatens to take an outpost with a bishop. It is a mistake. This moves the bishop to a more active square, making it gain scope. It is best. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. It is good. This wins time by threatening a bishop and forcing it to move away. It is best. The bishop now occupies an outpost, a secure square in the opponent's territory. It is best. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is the only good move. It is a great move. Recaptures. It is best. Right on target. It is best. This connects the rooks, which helps them coordinate together in the future. It is good. This takes an open file, a common method for activating a rook. It is best. This offers an equal trade of pieces. It is best. That was a truly amazing move. It is brilliant. This moves the bishop to a better location, allowing it to control more squares. It is excellent. Capturing that pawn wins material. It is best. This move puts the queen on a safer square. It is best. This is the way to win a knight. It is best. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. It is excellent. This steps away from the checking bishop. It is best. This wins a tempo by threatening a rook and forcing it to move away. It is best. This captures a vulnerable rook. It is best. Takes back. It is best. This captures a knight and eliminates a threat. It is best. Recaptures. It is best. A very strong play. It is excellent. Intense. That was a serious game. White really outplayed black in that one. Both players had an amazing opening. White overpowered black in the middle game.